Good morning. I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So welcome back to my weekly 5 in 5 series where I share 5 quick tips in just 5 minutes on how to keep your life simple and less cluttered. So today I'm going to dive into some fresh, lesser known minimalist habits. They're bite-sized actions that you can take daily to start living with more intention and with less clutter. So these tips will ease you into minimalism. So if you are just beginning your journey, or if you've been on the minimalism journey for a little while, they are tips that you might not have considered before, and they'll help you take small, impactful steps toward a more meaningful life. And make sure you stick around for tip number 5, because it's actually the easiest one to adopt, but it's also the one that has the most impact. So tip number 1 is the clear zone. Commit to one surface. So it's very easy for us to let things pile up on our kitchen counters, our dining room tables, whether it's mail or dishes, keys. All those things really create chaos in our homes, create a lot of stress, and also they cause family arguments. So if you try this one tip, and that's to create one surface in your home, whether it's your kitchen counter, your dining room table, your own desk, or a nightstand. Commit to keeping it completely clear. And this one small shift is not only going to create a focal point of calm in your space, but it'll also make you more mindful of how clutter can spread. And once you master one surface, chances are you're going to expand to other surfaces that are problematic. Tip number 2 is the borrower's trick. So we often accumulate things that we don't need at long term, like tools or books or special gadgets, which can quickly cause clutter. So if you try this, instead of buying something the next time, look for opportunities to borrow things from your family, from your friends, from the local library, whether it's a book or a tool for a DIY, or some serving pieces for a big party that you're going to have. Why don't you borrow it the next time so you have what you need, but then you don't commit to ownership and then the clutter. And tip number 3 is the gratitude walk. So I strongly recommend that, minimalism is really about letting go, but it's also being content and appreciative of what we already have. So when you try this, just walk through your home, I think once a day, a couple of times a day, and just look around and appreciate the things that you have. They serve a purpose and they bring you happiness. And this simple shift will bring your mindset around from wanting more to reducing that desire to accumulate more. Tip number 4 is the need test. So many of our impulse purchases are because we don't stop to question whether we need them or not. So if you try this, when you next feel the urge, whether it's online or in a store, to buy something, just pause and ask yourself, do I really need this or do I want it? And if you take that moment to reflect on its true value, how it's going to bring value to your life or not, if it's not essential, then just walk away. This simple need versus want question will help you develop a sense of what you truly need and what's going to add value to your life. And tip number 5 is called the empty shelf. So as a designer, I can talk to you a little bit about this one, because some people want to cover every single surface, every single wall with artwork or knickknacks, whatever. So the empty shelf is when we tend to fill every single space in our homes, leaving little room for that white space or that breathing room. So when you try this, purposefully leave one shelf, one drawer, one section of your closet, or one area on your walls completely empty. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's a powerful way to create a visual reminder of the importance of space. An empty shelf, an empty wall, encourages us to see space as something valuable too, and it prevents us from the habit of filling up every nook and cranny. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips for this week. I do hope that you find these bite-sized pieces helpful on your minimalist journey, and that these small actions are designed to help you ease into minimalism without feeling like you're giving up too much, because you're not. And if you want more tips like this, just go to my website. I have an essentials checklist. It's only $2.99, and it includes checklists for every single room in your house. So visit that link. It's on the, there's a link below. And also, if you have liked this video, please like it. Subscribe to my channel, which is growing like gangbusters, I guess you would say. And also share this video with friends and family who you think might benefit from it. I'll see you next week.